Hi friends, my name is Madison and welcome to Seeking Life, a channel dedicated to creating, discovering a life worth living. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. We mainly go and explore new places and go hiking, and I do walk with me's, I do all kinds of different videos. Right now I'm in South Florida. Soon I will be making my way, at the end of this month, I'll be making my way north to Atlanta. I've got some things to do there at home. And then I'm going to be taking a road trip across America. So please join me if you're interested in that kind of content. And let's go for a hike today. So today we are back at the Grassy Waters Preserve trail system. When we were here yesterday, we did this loop here around the lake, which I didn't realize it went so far back, which is why I couldn't see the lake most of the time. Today we are going to do a good portion of this blue trail. We are not going to do this spur. This adds an extra mile. It'd be like a 5-mile trek. I'm not doing that today. And for context, this is the southern Grassy Waters Preserve, and then this is the northern preserve. I've done this one, and then you can find that on my channel. And then we've also done a good portion of the Epoxy Park down here. You can also find that on my channel. And then there's an area on here that's not listed, the Winding Rivers Trail, which is kind of in between here somewhere, nature preserve. We've also done several videos there. So if you're interested in the nature preserves of West Palm Beach, right now I'm your channel. So let's go take a walk down the Hog Hammock Trail and see what kind of wildlife we can spot, what kind of plants we can spot. Let's just see what's out here today, okay? So follow me, or walk with me. Squirrel? Hi, bud. Oh, there's two of you. Oh, I'll leave you be. Now have fun. So when I was doing my research online, it said that there's several different, spurs or areas of this trail. I can make it upwards of like 2.2 miles, something like that. It also stated that the majority of the trail over here is, kind of not concrete, but like hardened rock, shells, sand possibly, and there's a mixture of boardwalks too, it said. So let's see what all we can explore today. Oh, and it is the Hog Hammock Trail because there are supposed to be a lot of wild hogs on this trail. And today, because the weather's about 80 degrees, I packed water, especially knowing I'm going to be going somewhere around 2 miles today. Which, by the way, when you first come in here, you've got a little stream on your right. Then there's like a access road for the park workers over there, for the preserve workers. You can also take bicycles on this trail, nothing motorized. So you can do like an electric bike, as long as it doesn't have a, like a combustion engine. And then Mostly it's just for walking though. So over here to your left when you first walk in, you're like 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes walk in. There's a collection of 5 picnic tables over here for you if you'd like to have a picnic out here. That is one thing I really love about the Grassy River Preserve part of this reserve is that they have, oh, it's windy. Is that what I think it is? Oh my God, hang on. In the middle of the screen there, I think I see something pink, which might be a flamingo. I could be tripping, but I do know that flamingos are coming back to Florida. And there's definitely a pink looking bird out there, unless I'm tripping. I already see evidence of all the hogs being here. I'm walking over where they dug. But yeah, there's definitely a pink bird. It looks like the one more on the left looks pink, and the other two are white. I don't know. Could be tripping. It's a pretty view, isn't it? I'm gonna zoom out for a second so I can take a photo or two. Then we're gonna zoom back in. All right, let's keep walking. And so like I said, they have the storage area back here. You know, you can't go in there, it's trespassing. Obviously. Let's get back on the trail. Oh, in case you've never seen one, that's what an airboat looks like. That's an older model, I think. I saw a really nice new one the other day in the parking lot. I didn't get a picture or a video because they were moving it through the lot. But I guess they must have a need to go through the swamp in boats, on airboats for some reason. No idea why. Okay, you can see some of the newer ones over here. See if I can get a good shot of them. Whoa, that's a rock that almost took me out. I about failed. Okay. At first I was like, what is this? Am I allowed to come over here? And then I saw the picnic tables and I was like, oh, okay, I guess we are allowed to come over here. Though they need to be cleaned. I'm gonna put this in front of me so I don't get spider webs all over me. So this just leads to not a lot. Basically right now just some greenery. Okay. But there are more options for picnic tables over here. Some gentleman just walked in front of me. See if we can't get a picture of that airboat. Oh, they're police airboats. I wonder what they need those for in a part where people shouldn't, I guess for when people go in the swamp, they shouldn't. Okay. I have no idea. Okay, so this is talking about it being shaped by the sea. I'll let you pause it in case you want to read it. I'm going to read it real quick so I can tell you about it. One moment. So this is essentially talking about millions of years ago when Florida, hang on, let me get out of this shot, was actually, there was 400 more, sea level was below 400 feet below where it was, and this red line shows how much Florida used to be. And it also talks about how there was another period where it was 100 feet above where it is now. And during the last interglacial period, the island chain where we currently stand was a coastal sand dune built up by breaking waves depositing sand onto the shore. This ancient sand dune remains higher in elevation than the surrounding wetland, creating the drier upland on which this trail is found. So this trail is actually more of a drier land. Okay. Interesting. All right. Got the loop. Yeah, see, I didn't know until recently, but this is the northern Everglades, which I think is really cool. I don't know which way the gentleman went, but I think we'll take the loop. This one seems more inland. But yeah, if you look, you can see where the hogs have been digging, like everywhere. Wow. Okay. This is one of those times where I should have probably brought my knife with me. Especially since I actually remembered to bring water for a change. Well, I do believe that everything will be fine, and that the hogs are more scared of me than I am them. Especially because I know that I'm divinely protected. Alright, give me a moment, I gotta switch my bag. No, that didn't work. Should have just paused it. Sorry about that, y'all. I had to switch my arm where my water was. Felt like it was falling off. So, funny story. When I was pulling in, I accidentally backed into a tree. It didn't do any damage to my car. I barely tapped it. But oops. I'm usually such a great driver too. I mean, I've been a professional driver the majority of my life. So that was kind of embarrassing. Definitely a much different environment than all the other preserves I've gone to so far. Leave a comment down below and let me know what animal you would least want to see out here in the woods when you're all alone by yourself. Drop an emoji, just say, hog or gator or what have you. I think for me, it would probably be a panther, a mountain lion, like a big cat. Even though I love cats, I know I can't run as fast as them. That is such a cool old bench. Oh my god. I don't know, just the way it looks, the way that it looks decayed, it looks almost like it's been abandoned here. It's so beautiful. Wow. And then you got a brand new one right across the way. Let's see. This one talks about the Ice Age Eden. In addition to being much larger, Florida was also much drier during the last ice age. It was dominated by arid savanna-like conditions, much like Africa. Many unique and now extinct species migrated to Florida to escape the cold and ice of the huge glaciers to the north. During this time, Florida was home to mastodons, longhorned bison, and even saber-toothed cats. Wow. Near the end, about 10,000 years ago, Paleo-Indians arrived. They followed the herds of large game. Earth's climate warmed and the sea level began to rise due to both. Huh. Well, okay then. That's neat. So Florida's always been warm. That's good to know. That's good to know. Also in the comments down below, let me know, would you prefer I cut these videos up and just show highlights, or do you enjoy just being able to walk the trails with me? Let me know, please. Trying to gauge whether or not you guys would enjoy for me to go on really long hikes, or if you just prefer the short ones. Let me know in the comments below, please. I enjoy doing the really long videos and the long hikes, but I don't know. You let me know. Especially because I know I enjoy long form content, and this is the kind of content I would love to see myself. There's another really decayed looking bench. I love them. Like, I don't know if they're wood or metal. Maybe wood. That's really cool. Okay. Alright, so if you're coming here with a bicycle, apparently you're not allowed to ride them on the boardwalk. So don't do that. We're not here on a bicycle, we're just walking. We're just using our legs today. That's nifty. So these tree stumps, the way that they're shaped, like remind me of like stalagmites, whatever in like a cave, whatever the ones on the bottom are. I don't remember the stalactites or stalagmites, but still really neat. So yeah, you can see why we've got a boardwalk now. Like, you can get some water here. This is definitely very, very well laid out with the forest. Very well laid out. It is definitely a very, very beautiful day here in Florida. Well, it's close to 80 degrees. It's breezy. It's a bit humid, but not overwhelming. Especially in this nice shaded trail. So we have come up on our first shelter. This one's a lot bigger than all the other ones. Wow. Much bigger than all the other ones. I guess people have tried to camp here or something. I'm not really sure. I'm going to take a sip of water while we're here. This trail must get a lot more visitors than the others for how large that shelter was. That's very interesting. Why is this tree so brightly red? I don't know if that's paint. I've never seen anything like that. That's incredible. Okay. Oh, look, it's over here too. What is that? Is that a disease? Is that... I don't know. Interesting. Leave a comment down below if you happen to know what's going on with that tree. I'm really curious now. So we must have taken the right trail because we haven't run into those men yet. And how long my legs are, we absolutely should have ran into them already. So we had to have gone the right way. Because I didn't want to have any awkward conversations about filming. Like, look at all this damage that they do. This is just digging from the hogs and it's everywhere. I'm glad that they're in this preserve and not like digging up people's yards. That would be bad. Or their gardens or their farm. So apparently there's a shortcut that way. We're gonna go right because we're not trying to leave yet. I will say, that almost worked. Sorry, give me a second. I almost dropped my glasses. I need to pause y'all for a moment. Alright, I had to readjust my bag and my headphones and everything. Here's some more information. Talks about living off the land. Florida's native people were able to gather what they needed. You can pause that if you want to read it. Okay, that was a lizard. Right before I seen that guy, I was about to say, this is uncomfortable too, but not much I can do. What I was gonna say is the only wildlife besides the lizard just now that I've seen in the 26 minutes I've been out here, that's all I've seen. That little lizard and a couple of squirrels at the very, very beginning of the trail. If you've made it this far in, I just want to say thank you so much. Excuse me. I really appreciate you watching. It means the world to me. Getting to come out here and explore and see all this new stuff I never would have seen brings me so much joy. So if you've watched this far, I truly appreciate you. Thank you so much. Hi, dragonflies. I don't know if y'all can see that. There was a couple dragonflies that flew in our path. The other day when I was at the southern portion of Grassy Rivers, I was on a boardwalk just like this, and I seen a gator no more than like 6 feet away from me. Like if I would have just, I could. It was wild. If you want to check out that video, I'll put the card up in the corner there. That gator was so close. Like I could have touched it with a stick. It was so close. Okay, we've come up on our next shade shelter. See another information sign talking about the Seminoles. You know, I like that this one actually takes, this part of the trail takes way better care of the informational stuff. I'm going to pause this here so I can take a break and sit. I'll be back. All right, all watered up. I stopped for a moment. I thought they were asking me if I was all right. They were asking each other if they were all right. There was a gentleman I saw earlier. They were hiking a lot quicker than we're hiking. Then the gentleman in a very thick Irish accent asked if I was all right, and then asked if I got lost. I was like, no, just taking a quick break. Everyone is so friendly. Could have been Scottish, actually. I'm not really sure. I think Scottish, actually. They're the only two people I've seen out here so far, besides the workers. So, during the week, these trails are usually very, very empty. You can have them all to yourself. Mostly everybody's working their lives away for barely any pay, and barely able to afford anything right now. So that's why I'm out here doing this. I got tired of it. So I am now here exploring and adventuring and fixing to make my life life worth living, and it already is. I mean, I always feel way better when I come back out here in nature. Every time I'm out here, it's just so beautiful. I feel rejuvenated, I feel charged. Just something about coming and being in nature. It's almost like my body, I really like the way that's shaped. It's kind of shaped like a fan, almost. Like you see how it's normally shaped. This one lost its, that's really interesting. Anyway, just enjoying my life, exploring, seeing, nature. It's almost like I'm meant to be here, if that makes any sense. Like I feel like this is the place where I belong. Like nature is where I truly belong. Oh wow. Okay. So we've already gotten there. There's a lot more information over here on the Seminoles. If you want to pause it. And then there's one over here. It's a little harder to read on the First Seminole War. And you've got one on the Third Seminole War, which is even harder to read. What's in the tree? There's something in the tree over there. Okay. Part of me would love to go take this other trail, but as you can see, it says no outlet, trail dead ends in 1.1 miles. I'm just going to take a look. It's supposed to be just a straight shot. I don't want to go another extra 2 miles taking this trail. So let's just see kind of what it looks like after this curve. We're not going too far. It goes up in elevation over here a little bit. I just want to see if we can see any beautiful scenery or anything. 'Cause from here we haven't seen much. It's literally like you hike through the woods, but instead of a whole bunch of pine trees, which there are, yeah, it's basically just a straight shot. But it's weird hiking in the woods with palm trees everywhere. You can kind of see it's like a straight shot down there. You can zoom back out. And there is, of course, another shade shelter over here if you need it. Which I don't know why it didn't tell me that where we were. That would have been helpful. Guess there's water over there. This one has less seating. I just really want to see if there's a view of the water over here. So we're just going to walk a little bit and then we're going to head back to the rest of the trail. We are higher in elevation right here by a good, I don't know, 6 feet. The way this is created is kind of bizarre. To my right, it looks like there's wetlands or marshland. I can't remember with all the actual terminology. But then you've got this whole area where I'm at right now that is just covered with trees everywhere. Kind of like I'm on an island walking to another island on like a sandbar or something, if that makes sense. Yeah, you can just look, it just goes on and on. I just want to see if there's less shade up here, so I want to see if possibly there's a view I can show you. So there's some sort of reward in this video. Other than just maybe walking on a treadmill or something and following along, making it feel like you're walking with me. I don't know. But you can kind of see like it's just marshiness out there. See that one spot up here with a lot of sun? I'm hoping we can get a view of what's to the sides of us from there. And then we'll go from there. And probably walk back the rest of the Hog Hammock Trail. So I don't want to take this entire spur. This is a little bit better. Yeah, on the sides of the trees here, on both sides of where I am, you've got marshland. I think. It looks kind of dry over there. I think that's the right term for it. I think that direction there's a highway or something. So we'll go a little bit further, see if we can get on a view on the other side. This is the same way on the other side too. There's more of it from here. I don't see any wildlife out there or anything though. Not even any birds. Well, this side's got more water in it, but you can't see it. Let's see if I can go full drone mode here. Maybe you can see what I'm talking about. It's kind of bizarre how there's all these trees here, and on both sides of me is just basically field. Interesting, interesting. Okay. Back the way we came, because we're not going all the way down this way. I really like the way that one looks. It's kind of busted up, but it looks really pretty. Apologize if that was out of focus. I'm going to change hands for a minute. My arm's starting to get tired. I've been holding it like this for 45 minutes. Pardon me. Oh. This hand's not as steady. I apologize. I'll go a little bit slower. I walk really fast. But yeah, as I was saying, I really feel like humans, we were meant to be in nature like this. This is our natural environment, our base environment. This is where we came from. We came from the wood. We came from the swamps. We came from the savannas. We came from the rainforests. We came from nature, and at some point we essentially got captured and put in a zoo. Think about that for a minute and really think about that. Humans a long time ago, sure, you can call them cavemen, you can call them basic, but they were living a much more happier life than all of us who are trying to impress each other with things that we purchased or our job title or what have you. None of that stuff actually matters. Your happiness matters, and having a nice house or a nice car might bring you happiness for a little while, but working yourself to death to attain those things just isn't. Oh, there's a bird. Kind of looks like a pigeon. I don't know. Definitely looks like a pigeon. I'm not trying to hurt you, baby. I'm trying to walk past you, okay? Hold it, thank you, and bird. But yes, we are nature creatures. We're not meant to be going to work all day, watching a screen at night, and then waking up and doing it all over again. It's like Groundhog Day, where, the movie, not Do You See a Shadow? It's like the movie where you live the same day over and over with small changes. It's just like that. So, in this present time, in all this chaos and whatnot that's going on, more and more people are going to start realizing that excuse me, more and more people are going to realize that their default setting is nature and being outside and going hiking and going swimming and going adventuring and seeing new places and traveling the country and things that I am all planning to do because I've already seen the light. But it is my intention to help anyone who sees this video to also figure out and take stock in their own life and see whether or not you are happy in your current role or your current relationship or what have you. If you're not happy and you're not living your life to your fullest extent, then you need to figure out how and what changes you need to make to allow yourself to be happy again or to find happiness. I mentioned the other day in another video that happiness is something that we choose. It's not something external of ourselves. You could be having the worst day of your life and still choose to live your day in happiness because you know that things are happening for you and not against you in this lifetime. Everything we're going through is for our highest good, even if it looks like it's rock bottom. So if you're watching my videos, then that's really a good start, and it'll help you begin to get where you need to be mentally, and it'll help you get to where you have the courage to go out and do whatever it is that you dream about, whatever you've dreamt about for your entire life, whatever it is, whether it be you want to be an artist, or you want to dance, or you want to make music, or comic books, or movies, or YouTube videos, whatever it is that you have been dreaming about for, let's say, the past 5 or 6 years. For me, that was traveling America. I've wanted to do that for 5 or 6 years now, and we're just now finally about to do that. So that's what has been on my heart for the longest amount of time. I try to ignore it. I try to numb it. I try not to think about it. But no matter what, I keep getting, hi dragonfly, I keep getting this thought in my head of, Madison, you need to go and you need to travel this country. This country is amazingly beautiful. This country has so much unique nature and topography and, so many kind of people, and, strangers are just friends you haven't met yet. And so that's what I've wanted to do the past 5 or 6 years. And I really wanted to film it as well, because, you know, everything's changing all the time. What we have today may not be here tomorrow, and I might not wake up tomorrow. So I just want to go back to nature. Granted, I don't want to be in like super untamed nature, especially not like the Appalachian Mountains. I love them, but they are terrifying at night. So yeah, I'm gonna avoid that, but like I want to be out in nature as much as I can. My goal is to get a camper and then travel and see whatever we can and stop everywhere we can and just really truly enjoy every day that I wake up. Because while I feel like it's possible to live longer than 100 years old, and it's a choice you make, but at the same time, I know that there's a huge change happening in our world, and more souls are leaving it. So I don't really know how much time we have left in this earth realm as it is. So I want to document what I can. I want to show you, especially if you're not from America, I want to show you what real America is like, what real Americans are like, and just enjoy every single day that I have. So if that resonates with you, take the message and start meditating and start pondering what it is you think you might want to do with yourself or your life. Going forward. Okay, so here is that shortcut that we seen. Okay, we're going toward, as this sign says, the exit. While I'm here, I might as well show you. If you are hiking out on these trails, I've only seen it on a couple, but on this one, if you're out here and you ever have problems and you need help, you could call the non-emergency line, which is the number here, or the emergency line, give your location, and help will come. So I think that is something that a lot of places should really have when you're out hiking. I don't know. I don't really have a whole lot of experience with this stuff yet. You know, I'm going out and I'm starting here where I live. You know, I haven't explored much. Even when I was living at home, there's so much I've never seen. So, what better time to start than now? And if none of that resonates with you, then that's okay. Just, I hope you enjoy the videos, and I hope you enjoy the scenery and the days when we actually capture some awesome wildlife. Which, with the amount of burrows here, you would think I would have seen at least one. Oh, a bench. Good, I'm going to sit for a minute. It's one of those nice benches, too. I got a newer one. Hopefully it's not covered in poop. Sit for a moment, rest, and drink some more water. There's another marker. See, they're pretty much all over the trail. So if you ever need help, you know how to use it here in Grassy Knolls or just all of the nature preserve around here. We're gonna take a break real quick. Other than the cars on the highway, you can't really hear anything. There's some chirping, but it's almost dead silent here. It's almost like the trees are creating a buffer zone and making it a lot less loud in here. It's very interesting. Alright, break time is over. I thought I saw a trail over that way before. Kind of looks like an unauthorized trail. Maybe. Yeah, it took about 5 minutes to just sit there and take in the nature, and it was glorious. I know I've talked a lot less in this video. Just really trying to take in the nature vibes today. Hoping that's okay with you guys. I also don't want to repeat myself all the time either. I do know most of my viewers are new, so thank you so much for joining. I finished this trail and that'll be that for today. sort of a break in the trees, but like you can see it's just fields, sort of. Like, I guess there might have been water in here. You can see the other trail over there. That's where we're going. Oh, it broke up a lot now. So yeah, this is essentially what was on the other side of those trees that whole time. Oh, see, there's water in there. Right here, you can tell. So that's wetland. Doesn't look like wetland, but there's water in there. More view of the wetland. You can see a lot more water over there. There's actually a trash can here. I didn't even notice that earlier. So because of the wildlife, they actually have to bungee cord the trash can. And it has a lock on it. But always make sure you take your trash with you. Don't leave it on the trail. There you go. That's a little bit of wetland we were seeing. So basically all the grass we were seeing down there is water down there. So you wouldn't want to try to walk. You won't go anywhere. Now we're coming back up on those picnic tables we originally saw. And because it has the best views, I'll go ahead and end the video here today. This was definitely the best views of the whole trail. Right at the beginning of the video. Excuse me. That was so not ladylike. I apologize. So I want to say thank you so much for watching this video, especially if you made it to the end. I know it's really long, but it did take me about an hour to walk this whole trail. So if you like trail walking, if you like adventures, if you like roadside attractions, if you like things that are different, things that aren't negative, if you like positive vibes, this is the channel for you. Subscribe if you'd like. I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Hitting that like button will definitely help that out. And I just learned what the height button is. If you'd love to do that, if you would like to hit the hype button, that would mean the world to me. Apparently it would really help my channel. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go. Thank you so much, and I will see you tomorrow. I post every single day. I'll see you then. Bye. You see the pink bird now? Is that a wild flamingo? Or is that a pelican? Not sure. I feel like when he bit and honestly can't even believe that they had to make this sign. The feeding part I understand, the other part, questionable. Oh my god. So I walked over to Gator Lake just to see if there was any gators over here. There's supposed to be 3 at least in this pond. There's none over here right now. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.